dream is not that which you see while sleeping, it is something that does not let you sleep. If you want to shine like the sun, first burn like the sun. You cannot change your future, but you can change your habits, and surely your habits will change your future. Be more dedicated to making solid achievements than in running after swift but synthetic happiness. Success is when your signature becomes an autograph. Confidence and hard work is the best medicine to kill the disease called failure. It will make you a successful person. Learning gives creativity. Creativity leads to thinking. Thinking provides knowledge. Knowledge makes you great. Don't read success stories, you will only get a message. Read failure stories, you will get some ideas to get success. If we are not free, no one will respect us. To succeed in your mission, you must have single-minded devotion to your goal. Problems are common, but attitude makes the difference. One best book is equal to 100 good friends, but one good friend is equal to a library. It is very easy to defeat someone, but it is very hard to win someone. I'm not a handsome guy, but I can give my hand to someone who needs help. Beauty is in the heart, not in the face. Without your involvement, you can't succeed. With your involvement, you can't fail. The best brains of the nation may be found on the last benches of the classroom. Dreams are not those which comes while we are sleeping, but dreams are those when you don't sleep before fulfilling them. Once your mind stretches to a new level, it never goes back to its original dimension. Thinking should become your capital asset, no matter whatever ups and downs you come across in your life. Let not thy winged days be spent in vain. When once gone, no gold can buy them back again. Poetry comes from the highest happiness or the deepest sorrow. Most of the time, communication gets confused with conversation. In fact, the two are distinctly different. You see, God helps only people who work hard. That principle is very clear. Behind the parents stands the school, and behind the teacher the home. In this world, fear has no place. Only strength respects strength. No religion has mandated killing others as a requirement for its sustenance or promotion. Dream. Dreams transform into thoughts, and thoughts result in action. The wealth of information now available at the click of a finger amazes me. Man needs his difficulties because they are necessary to enjoy success. No matter what is the environment around you, it is always possible to maintain your brand of integrity. We should not give up, and we should not allow the problem to defeat us. If you are born with fame, it is an accident. If you die with fame, it is an achievement. The president's post show, "I'll not be politicized." Once a president is elected, he is above politics. You have to dream before your dreams can come true. Thinking is the capital, enterprise is the way, hard work is the solution. When mother is happy, family is happy. When family is happy, nation is happy. As a young citizen of India, armed with technology and love for my nation, I realize a small aim is a crime. Let us sacrifice our today so that our children can have a better tomorrow. Life is a difficult game. You can win it only by retaining your birthright to be a person. Adversity always presents opportunities for introspection. No sanction can stand against ignited minds. Work with integrity and succeed with integrity. In India, we only read about death, sickness, terrorism, crime. Total commitment is the common denominator among all successful men and women. For great men, religion is a way of making friends. Small people make religion a fighting tool. Let me define a leader. He must have vision and passion and not be afraid of any problem. Instead, he should know how to defeat it. Most importantly, he must work with integrity. As a child of God, I am greater than anything that can happen to me. Great dreams of great dreamers are always transcended. A teacher should have a creative mind. Creativity is the key to success in the future, and primary education is where teachers can bring creativity in children at that level. Climbing to the top demands strength, whether it is to the top of Mount Everest or to the top of your career. When we tackle obstacles, we find hidden reserves of courage and resilience we did not know we had. And it is only when we are faced with failure do we realize that these resources were always there within us. We only need to find them and move on with our lives. One of the very important characteristics of a student is to question. Let the students ask questions. I was willing to accept what I couldn't change. For me, there are two types of people, the young and the experienced. A developed India by 2020, or even earlier, is not a dream. It need not be a mere vision in the minds of many Indians. It is a mission we can all take up and succeed. While children are struggling to be unique, the world around them is trying all means to make them look like everybody else. The bird is powered by its own life and by its motivation. There are forces in life working for you and against you. One must distinguish the beneficial forces from the malevolent ones and choose correctly between them. English is necessary as at present original works of science are in English. I believe that in 2 decades' time original works of science will start coming out in our languages. Then we can move over like the Japanese. Those who cannot work with their hearts achieve but a hollow, half-hearted success that breeds bitterness all around. Teaching is a very noble profession that shapes the character, caliber, and future of an individual. If the people remember me as a good teacher, that will be the biggest honor for me. Building capacity dissolves differences. It irons out inequalities. Thinking is progress. Non-thinking is stagnation of the individual, organization, and the country. Thinking leads to action. Knowledge without action is useless and irrelevant. Knowledge with action converts adversity into prosperity. The youth need to be enabled to become job generators from job seekers. God, our Creator, has stored within our minds and personalities great potential strength and ability. Prayer helps us tap and develop these powers. Do we not realize that self-respect comes with self-reliance? War is never a lasting solution for any problem. The Earth is the most powerful and energetic planet. All wars signify the failure of conflict resolution mechanisms, and they need post-war rebuilding of faith, trust, and confidence. Educationists should build the capacities of the spirit of inquiry, creativity, entrepreneurial and moral leadership among students and become their role model. India has to be transformed into a developed nation, a prosperous nation and a healthy nation with a value system. One lesson that every nation can learn from China is to focus more on creating village-level enterprises, quality health services, and educational facilities. We must think and act like a nation of 1 billion people and not like that of 1 million people. Dream, dream, dream. What is politics? Political system is equal to development politics plus political politics. India should walk on her own shadow. We must have our own development model. We have not invaded anyone. We have not conquered anyone. We have not grabbed their land, their culture, their history and tried to enforce our way of life on them. My impression of the American people can be summarized by a quotation from Benjamin Franklin, "Those things that hurt instruct." I realized that people in this part of the world meet their problems head-on. They attempt to get out of them rather than suffer them. Everyone's life is a page in the human history irrespective of the position he or she holds or the work he or she performs. When a nation is surrounded by weaponized nations, she has to equip herself. To line only for some unknown future is superficial. Pondering must turn out to be your cash asset, regardless of whichever ups and downs you occur throughout in the everyday living. I'm not an expert on the arms race. Nations consist of people, and with their effort, a nation can accomplish all it could ever want. We will be remembered only if we give to our younger generation a prosperous and safe India, resulting out of economic prosperity coupled with civilizational heritage. All God's creatures are His family, and He is the most beloved of God who tries to do most good to God's creatures. My worthiness is all my doubt, His merit all my fear, contrasting which my quality does however appear. My view is that at a younger age your optimism is more and you have more imagination, etc. You have less bias. The government, whether state or central, is elected. That means we have a responsibility to elect the right kind of leaders. For 2,500 years, India has never invaded anybody. In a democracy, the well-being, individuality, and happiness of every citizen is important for the overall prosperity, peace, and happiness of the nation. Economy forced me to become a vegetarian, but I finally started liking it. We need to create brand institutions. In the Fortune 500 companies, 5 Indian companies are named while 15 are from China, though we have similar kind of populations. Today, India is a nuclear weapons state. Developing nations want to become developed nations. Measuring nuclear yield depends on multiple parameters: the location and number of instruments, the geology of the area, the location of the seismic station in relation to the test site. We should remember that there are nations which meet more than 30 to 60% of their power requirements through the nuclear power system. Every nation has to follow a certain policy: commercial, trade, various other types of policies. Convergence of our views on global trade issues under the WTO and our common resolve to combat terrorism provide a valuable base for mutual understanding. The Bay of Bengal is hit frequently by cyclones. The months of November and May, in particular, are dangerous in this regard.